Welcome to Empire Building. I'm Wendy Papazan, and together with my 4 co-hosts, we bring you weekly unfiltered conversations about leadership, growing a big empire, and living on your own terms.
I'm Kimber Levitt-Mankiti. We are investors and wealth builders with over $75 million in combined net worth.
I'm Sarah Reynolds. We are visionaries who built more than 50 businesses with over $122 million in annual revenue.
I'm Tiffany Fikes. We've led thousands of people and do it all while being pretty good moms.
And I'm Seychelle Van Poole. We are your podcast to learn how to build big businesses and even bigger lives. Welcome back to Empire Building, and we have an incredibly special treat for you today. And that is, you have all 5 of us as hosts together for the first time in a very, very long time. And we were so excited because it's Sarah, it's Tiffany, it's Wendy, it's Kimber, and Seychelle. We're all here. And it's so rare that the 5 of us all get to record at once that selfishly, we really want to do a catch up with each other to hear what everyone is doing. And we figured you might actually want to know what we're up to these days as well. So today we're going to do a fun catch up episode, and we're going to cover whatever everybody wants to hit. So join us along today as we go through a catch up on how everyone's doing. Hi, y'all.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back.
This is either going to be the best episode or a train wreck, people. So just stay to the end. You have no idea what's going to happen.
If it's a train wreck, don't say anything. If it's wonderful, leave us a 5-star review.
Perfect.
No, just joking.
That's the perfect way to do it. So we haven't done one of these in probably close to a year as far as a catch-up goes. So I can imagine a lot has changed with each of you. So catch us up on what's going on in your life. What are some cool things happening? What are some lessons learned? What's going on with you guys right now? Kimber, you're up. You want to go first and let us know what you're doing?
Let's do it. Well, I am mom to now almost 3 whole teenagers and a kindergartner. 3 teenage boys who are all bigger than me.
They're so tall.
They're so tall. They're so tall.
Yeah.
It's an interesting world though, right? Because you're sort of starting that transition to like, I just plan everything for you to like, how do I become more of like this life coach and helping you make these big decisions? And I'm trying to mute my opinion more, which is really difficult, especially with a junior in high school who thinks he's got it all figured out and so needs no support from mom. And so it's been an interesting like life transition, right? To kind of have these 3 emerging young men in my world. And I'm grateful to have a kindergartner who still reminds me and will snuggle and do all the cute and wonderful things that you need 6-year-olds in your life to do.
That was my big question. Like, so when they get bigger than you, do they snuggle anymore or no?
I mean, they kind of like fall over you, right? Like, I feel like they're like, it is. I feel like there's moments where I'm like, hold on, right?
Gus is a snuggler.
Yeah, like they're snugglers, but they like envelop you, right? Like
Yeah.
they can pick me up, all 3 of them.
So sweet.
So sweet.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Boy moms. That's so
I know.
sweet.
So that's been a fun season. And we've had some good adventures together. My oldest and I got to do a one-on-one trip to Spain this summer. So we end the year and we always look back, right? And we do the highlights and what were the best memories from 2025. And he said, you know, going on this trip with you to Spain, I think it was like one of those just core memory things. And it was definitely a moment where everything should have been a no, right? Like the schedule, the life didn't really seem to make sense, picking up and going for, you know, and it was just incredible. I'm so grateful that I made it a yes. And this world is always a big part of that for me, saying yes to what matters most.
I love that big life and seeing it show up. And you had a big business launch this year too.
Yeah, we had some big business launches. I stepped into the CEO role for Keller Capital Properties, and we launched the Catalyst Network, a network of brokerages. And so it has been a really fun ride. Been part of my world for a long time, but being able to lead it and own the whole thing and bring on some incredible partners. And, you know, it's interesting when you look up, one of my biggest challenges, I think, in our real estate industry is while women are the heavy majority of agents in the field, we are literally, you know, barely in the double digits when you think about the C-suite and ownership. And so I look up and I'm like, man, I literally am probably the largest like Black female owner of a brokerage in America. And it's kind of crazy, right? Like, yeah.
That's so awesome.
I know.
Like, that's so amazing. We're so proud of you.
And you're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Because it does. It brings a different set of
And I know her.
Yeah. I'm like, I know her.
We're going to have Kimber say that again, but not like literally like
Own that,
announce
baby.
it right now, live. Own it.
I am, you know, the largest Black female brokerage owner, not just in Keller Williams, of every brokerage in America. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
So
awesome. Like goosebumps.
I say it, I'm like, this is crazy.
It's incredible.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, so it's been a fun year trying to get that going, get it,
I
and
love it.
keep it growing in a year of fun growth in brokerage.
Yeah, it's a big year. I mean, it was a big year to own brokerages, so that's huge.
It was a big year to own brokerages. Let's hope this is also a big year to own brokerage in a different way. In a different way.
I loved having the opportunity. Kimber and I taught a class together a month ago, and I got to meet some of her agents, and multiple of them showed up and just said, like, I'm here because every time she speaks, every time she teaches, I learn. And just watching her lead and watching the impact that she has on literally thousands of people, it's inspiring. Oh, my goodness. And she's just getting started, guys. Oh, my goodness.
Just getting started. Thank you, Sarah. It's so
Just
fun
getting
to teach
started.
with you. Yeah. So that's the quick and dirty.
Yeah.
It's been a good year.
Well, and what I love about your journey is when you got the tap on the shoulder for the RD position, you weren't like fully ready, didn't have the mindset around it, like all of that. And you've really stepped into it in such an incredible, beautiful way. And, here we are probably about, 10 years later.
Not even 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy, right?
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's incredible.
I know. I just taught career visioning in the Carolinas, and literally I talked about that, right? The tap, and how like this group having a circle of women who, when I was like, there's no way, I'm not doing that. I'm not qualified. I don't like, right. All the things that we tell ourselves. And it was your faces here, right? Really saying, yes, you are. Yes, they're not wrong. Like you can do this. And so I think there's a lot of power in having incredible circles of people in your life who will see beyond sometimes what we can see for ourselves.
Yeah. Amplify you also. Yeah.
All right. Do I get to pick the next person?
Yeah.
All right. New York City, Tiffany, what's going on? Tell us what's happening.
What a year. Whoa.
So I'll start with the personal stuff. We transitioned our family since the last catch up. We transitioned our family to New York City more full time. I mean, not fully full time, but our kids go to New York City public school, or one of our kids goes to New York City public school. Have a high schooler, which is crazy.
Super handsome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He cut off all of his hair. He's had the same haircut since he was 4. Like this really cool, funky haircut.
Signature.
And he was like, Mom, I want to cut it off because it gets in my way rock climbing. He's a big rock climber. And so I was like, okay, great.
Did he look so old?
Oh, he looks so old now. He's a man now. And it's so crazy. So yeah, all of a sudden the 15-year-old looks 20. So, but love watching him thrive. I mean, he's never been to public school, and he chose New York City public school as his route, which makes me proud as a mom. Like, he can do hard things, and he knows that, and he's just clear on what he wants to do. And that's fun for me as a mom to see him get really clear. Like, he is a rock climber. He makes his hair choices. He made his school choices around which one is could he get to the practice at the gym, and, all those things. And so seeing him lean into this thing that he does and make choices is really fun. Now, he's making other choices that I would disagree with, but I'm clinging to that part. So that's exciting. I did shockingly end up homeschooling again, the other kid who is 14 now. But that's turned into a really sweet time too, kind of like to Kimber's point. You appreciate the kindergartner because you didn't realize all the hugs might be going away or changing. And so having Asher back was a shock. It changed my schedule. Everything's harder. But it's this like gift of time I didn't know I was going to get. So it's fun to, like, I'm sitting beside him as he's discovering that he loves art. And he would have said he hated art. And now everything he got for Christmas was art supplies. And he's drawing and his walls are full. And like, I got to watch that happen right beside me. Which makes all the hard worth it.
Can I say what like admiration I have for you too, with like you were so comfortable living in a lot of uncertainty as you guys were transitioning full time to New York, and you were so calm about it. I'm sure inside it probably felt chaotic, but like outwardly, I was just so impressed with the way that you handled being okay with the unknown and how that was all going to play out, like literally up until the week school started and like
The day before school started.
Like, I mean, how many of us could do, I can't say that I could do that gracefully. And you just, I mean, it was incredible to watch, Tiffany, just how comfortable you were with like, this is going to work itself out and we're going to figure it out and we have a backup plan. And if we need to pull that cord, we will. And like, I was so proud of you. It was amazing watching you with it.
Well, thank you. And that goes to, like, to Kimber's point, that was 5 years of learning how to be like that. And me freaking out to this circle and then it working out and y'all helping me through it. And so it was just like, you just get that muscle. And our family has chosen some weird paths that put us in really uncomfortable situations. And we've just gotten used to it, I guess. So that was exciting. But in that, also, I run a business that's in Nashville. And probably one of the most exciting pieces of that, to Seychelle, your point of, I don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to figure it out. What we got really focused on is we're going to recalibrate back to why we are doing this business. You know, along the way, I think a lot of us fall trapped to a bigger business just to have a bigger business, to feel successful. And I had gotten on this, well, this is what successful people do, even if that's not what Tiffany does, and recalibrated this year into getting back to why we made this business, doing it the way we want to in our fun and quirky ways that maybe aren't exactly aligned with everybody else or quote unquote successful people. And back in 2025, our business ended 40% up.
That's amazing.
So
That's so awesome.
we made this transition and went back to how we love to do real estate and then sold 40% more houses doing it.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Is the whole Nashville market up 40%?
Oh, gosh, no. No. It's
You
down.
experienced the hard of last year too.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm in the same industry as Kimber. 2025 was pretty hard.
Yeah.
But no, it was great. But more than anything, it's like we are locked arms with people who are running in the same direction as us. It's not just like high producing people who are just wanting to be high producing people, which is totally fine. But that didn't align with exactly why we got into this business. And so it's fun to do it with people and to look around the table and be like, we all care at the same level and we are all doing this for the same reason. And let's run.
Congrats, Tiff. That's huge.
Yeah, love that.
Okay, my turn to pick since this is the game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with Seychelle. Tell us what's happening in Dallas.
Dallas is decided that we are staying in Dallas through middle school, probably through high school. And there was a lot of limbo last year on whether or not we were going to transition full-time to Traverse City. And it was kind of, to Tiffany's point, I mean, it was up until last summer before Quinn started school. And once she started in the middle school she's in, it's a freaking awesome school. And she's meeting lots of great kids that she really aligns with and feels really connected to. And like even on the way to school this week, she was like, I wish my school went through high school because I like it that much. And like, what middle schooler says that? Like,
Yes, what middle schooler says that?
I mean,
That's awesome.
yeah. And so she's really digging it. And so, you know, I think deciding it's a powerful thing and it gives clarity. And so last year I really learned my word of the year didn't start out this word, but it ended with just gratitude and just being really thankful for the season that we're in and like not having, you know, just a ton of, you know, I mean, they're always hard, but like just not the hard that we'd been in for several years before that. And, you know, I think just learning boundaries and really leaning in on building what we want has been it's been really gift giving in a lot of ways. And so that feels really good. Like we feel very at peace with sort of the decision and where we're at. And when we were closing out 2025 on Christmas Eve, we spent it with Nick's family in Florida, and there were all 17 of us with his family all together. And as we were going to bed that night after New Year's passed, Quinn started crying and she said, I'm so sad to leave 2025 because it was such an awesome year. And I was like, oh. So, you know, that makes me really proud of how we did that. And then, you know, on the business side, the business stayed really steady. We were up 15% year over year with the same number of people, which I think was really interesting. So we were more productive with what we had. And we've really been focusing on the game of building passive cash flow. And so that doubled this last year, and we're on track to double that again this year. And so that's been an investing focus to create more freedom and to Tiffany's point, to be able to kind of get back to the root of why you make decisions and why you want to do different things. And so that's been giving some nice breathing room too, which is really nice. So yeah.
That's been fun to watch. You're like, you have this like special gift of like when you focus on something, like it feels like a laser, and it like breaks through anything, and nothing else exists around you. And like what you've been able to do in your investing journey over the last, year and a half has been awesome. I mean, doubling your passive income. You didn't double it from 100. Like you created a big increase in passive income, which is not easy.
Yeah, and it's increased even since our retreat that we all were on. And so that's been really fun. And clarity is powerful, right? And I think for all of us, something that we all have in common is once we decide on something and we get really clear on the why and the what, it becomes very simplistic to execute. Yeah.
Yeah.
It becomes very, I think of our friend Diane Griffin, who we say all the time, like once Diane has decided, it's done. And I think that's true for all of us in our circle, and probably something that unknowingly when we all got together really was a superpower of ours, is the power that we have to execute at a really high level. So thanks for saying that, Tiffany. I appreciate that. And then I'm showing up like as a friend and to my mom and my sister. Like I'm really trying to be intentional with how I show up. And I'm really proud of how I'm doing that. So that feels good. It's fun. And this year I'm going to find my abs again. That's my...
That's a huge goal.
So watch out at our next retreats, because they might start discovering themselves.
I know I've got abs in there somewhere.
I am just letting you know they're going to start showing you that they're here, and I'm working really hard on it.
I love it. Good for you.
What are you doing?
Okay, so I have this one exercise that has been making the biggest difference, and it works you all the way from basically your hip flexor all the way up to like the top of your core. And what you do is you lay down, and I hold a ball, like a little squishy ball, and I put the ball in between my legs, and then I raise my arms up, and I lower my legs down, and then I bring it up, but I have to grab, like I literally have to release it.
That's a good one.
And I've been I do other things, but that's the one that I do 20 of every morning.
That's hard.
And I finish, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And you feel it for days.
Yeah. I can literally feel it throughout the day when I do that one. So I've committed, like, I'm a week and a half in on that, but I'm committed to doing that and then layering on, like,
every day you've been doing that 20 times?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's great, though. It feels really good. Like, you get done and you're like, you get to number 16 and you're like, this is a bad decision. And then you make it to 20 and you feel really good.
It's really burning.
Yeah. But that, I mean, like pre-having kids, that was something like being a gymnast growing up, my core was always really strong and like with cheerleading. And then like after having a kid, your body just reorients itself and it just like never.
Kimber's like, try having 4.
I can't, dude. I am so impressed.
Like, where are they?
Yeah, I'm so impressed.
Those abs are somewhere in there.
Yeah, so I'm going to find my abs this year. I'm excited to see where they decide to show up, but we're going to find them. And I'm going to pass over to Sarah, and you get to give us your update next. At Her Best Life, we're not just building businesses. We're growing our net worth, leveraging our platforms for good, and living our big lives. And that's what Empire Circle is all about. It's an executive membership designed for ambitious business women leaders who want more. More growth, more profit, more impact, and more freedom. This is where powerful, deep connections meet powerful results. Apply now at herbestlife.com and join us by stepping in to Empire Circle.
Okay, well, I got so much, guys.
Buckle up. Buckle up.
Yeah, buckle up. George and I just celebrated 17 years of
Amazing.
Being married, and we're in a new season.
That's my lucky number, by the way.
Mine too.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, it's going to be a great year for us. We actually haven't yet gone out. We're going to go out. We traveled back from Hawaii. I'm not complaining. It wasn't something to complain about, but we were traveling back from Hawaii on our actual anniversary. But, we've been together. We were friends for 5 years and then married now for 17. And just we're in a new phase of our family. We've got Olivia is about to be a teenager in a month and a half. And Caitlin will be 11 this year. And then Lincoln will be 7, which is crazy. And so we're in it. We're in the thick of it. When you guys said it gets harder when they get older, you are right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in the thick of it. I'm loving, we've got our first ever club travel volleyball tournament tomorrow.
Ooh.
We have to be there at 7 a.m. just to find a parking spot, they said.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's going to be from 7 to probably 6 or 7 at night. And it's going to be a long day, but I'm so excited, like so excited for
Bring
it.
snacks.
So yes, lots of snacks. And Caitlin will be starting competitive swim.
Yay.
And so I'm super excited about that. And Lincoln's just my sweet boy, my snuggle bug. And so it's been fun.
So tall, though.
Yeah. He is the same height as his 8-year-old cousins. So we got a tall boy on our hands.
So you're going to have one that's going to be towering over you
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's why he was sick this week, and I got lots of snuggles, and I was like, wonder, he still really wants snuggles, and so I'm like, okay, I'm keeping this as long as I can, but I hope it never goes away. Of course, 2025 for me was my healthiest year, and I got really into strength training, and I worked out more than I ever have worked out, and I was officially deemed healthy with like all of the blood work, and I did the DEXA scan and all the things. So I'm feeling great physically. And so it's just been on the personal front. It's been awesome. Did lots of travel too and living that big life. And that sort of leads to work. And with that, last year was amazing in terms of growth of the business. We ended up serving over 340 more families than we did in 2024.
That's incredible.
That's 340 more.
Yes.
Not 340 families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
More.
that was the growth.
Yeah. It ended up being like 2,083 total families served. And the new year of 2025 was like one of my saddest in my careers because we hadn't grown for 2 years in a row. And I was just so used to growth, and I was done with not making a bigger impact on the industry and on our communities. I mean, that's a big part of why I do what I do. And I didn't grow at the percentage I was hoping for. I was hoping for at least 20% growth. We hit 19%. And so when I first saw the number, I was like, and then I was like, wait a second. Like, we impacted a lot more families than we did last year. And the coolest thing, well, there's 2 cool things with that. It wasn't our largest family served year. 2026 will be. But it was our largest revenue year. So we did over $36 million in revenue in 2025. And what I'm most proud about, though, is that I took my top producers to lunch the other day, and we went around and we shared our wins from 2025. And one after another shared, I had my best year and it was my best life. And they all shared, I took trips, I was there for my family. And I could not wait to tell you guys, because the Sarah leader of 7 years ago, that would have never been said. And I mean, one after another made more money and they lived their best life. And they had balance, they made health their priority. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, guys. Like, I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't.
And so I'm proud of my people. And it shows that when we set the example and we share, like, you don't have to teach, you have to demonstrate, and I'm proud that it's working out. When you put your health first and you put the right things first, it works out.
Yeah, that like they see you better than they can hear you, right? So we can say all the things, but you have been doing the things, and it's beautiful to see that like mirrored back, both personally and professionally.
Well, congratulations. You make it look easy, but it's not easy what you're doing. It's so incredible and just impressive. And thank you for being an example to all of us,
My biggest growth, recently has been how much control. Like, I thought I had given up a lot of control. But to do this, you've got to give up so much control of things. And I had so many days where I wanted to take back control of a lot of things across Empower Home. And I just kept saying, I'm not going to do it.
Hard.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And if they fail, they're going to learn. Like, I'm not going to save everybody and I'm not going to save everything. And like, that was hard. really, really hard to do. And so, no, thank you. It's been awesome and definitely not easy, for sure. For sure, not easy. But one thing that I think that I want to share with you guys, and also, of course, our listeners, for so long, I felt like I couldn't share my big life, like the part of my life that's big, because like I felt like the rest of the team would look at it like, I don't know, like
you get all of that. And
yes,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you're not focused on me if you're doing all of those things.
or you're not working hard, but you want
not
us
working
to work
hard enough.
hard.
Yeah.
You're not working hard enough. I had all these things in my head of like that I can't be public about it. But then, I had such a 180 about that of just like, well, how will they know what to do if we're not showing what to do, And so like being more public, I still get like anxiety before I post. And I'm sure some people think those things.
But who cares?
Yes, who cares?
Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yes.
Well, and the cost of those people who are thinking that, but what you get is that table where they say, I had my biggest business and my biggest life. And so like, I'll take that cost to sit at that table and hear people's lives transformed in a good way. Like,
so true.
Those are good darts as a leader to take to do what's right. And what's right for your people.
That's so true. And what Tiffany just said is why I was able to share that kind of update, because it's people like Tiffany that have been in my circle and every single person here that have pushed me and grown me to be who I am today. I mean, you are 100% who you surround yourself with, and none of these updates would have been possible without this room. And I echo what all of you have said on that, because it's like we have influenced each other in such a big way. And it's like she just affirmed me again, right? Knowing like, hey, you've got anxiety around it, keep going, right? And that's what happens when you surround yourself with the right circle. And so I thank you guys. This is a circle win in my mind. It wasn't a Sarah win. So I'm like, because we did this together. Well, I was so grateful, say, you picked me next, because I could not wait to say, bump Wendy.
Volleyball.
Well, yeah, it's been an exciting year for me too. Challenging in a lot of ways, but also great. I mean, our family's had a lot these last 6 years, and this year was no different. The team is good. The Austin market is really suffering. A lot of people that I know are switching brokerages. A lot of people I know had their worst year in many, many years. And we didn't. We're up. We had a great year. Everybody on my team did well. And we fought for every single deal that we had. So I'm really proud of our team for coming together, and we pivoted a lot in order to make that happen. And I'm just proud of the team that we have. I have 2 key admin, and one of them had a serious health challenge that caused her to be out for over 3 months. And then another one, her sister died, who was very young. She was in her 30s. So that part was really tough for me, because I lean on those ladies a lot. And, of course, I was really sad for them. So that was kind of the hard things this year. And then, Jay had a lot of stuff going on with his world. And so I was trying to be really as supportive as I could there. But for me this year, the good part was really stepping into a couple of developments that I've been working on. So I got into real estate as an investor, and I did that for quite a few years before I got my real estate license. And that's always been really fun for me. And so we started a big project. It'll be about a $2 million project when we're done. It's 3 units on 1 lot, and it's going so well. I just went there last week, visited. It's super exciting to see that going up. I'm learning a ton. And then I also partnered with a former Empire Circle member, Megan Archer, on a flip property in California. So we partnered on that. Our LLC is called Empire Sisters, which is so fun. And she's doing an amazing job of running that there. And hopefully both of those will be finished by the end of the year. And then, really for me, part of the fun this year has been watching Her Best Life really grow. We put a lot of things into place these last few years. And I just feel like, under Kimber's leadership as chairman, a lot of things have that we've been striving for have really come together. We hired 2 incredible people, one of whom just started really recently, and another who's been with us for about 6 months, and they're both showing up in wonderful ways. And just a lot of the things have been coalescing there. So that's been really fun and exciting to be a part of. And it's just, for me, I said to Jay, it's just really fun to be a part of, a business with incredible leaders. Even the discussion we were having yesterday or at one of our meetings where everybody had different opinions, but it just was like, it's just so incredible to have really good, strong team members who can share and you have trust with. And so for me, that's continued to be really good. We got a puppy. So Taco got a little playmate, and she's been really sweet until the last 3 days, and she's turned into a total a-hole.
She's got opinions, like Seychelle was mentioning.
She's a teenager. No, it's a thing. It is a thing.
She has
when they're
opinions.
like 9 months. No, when they're 9 months, their hormones kick in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've been reading about this. It's like the adolescent phase of having a puppy.
Has she been fixed yet or no?
Yeah, she's fixed.
Okay.
Yeah. But every day until now, every night, we put a little treat in her crate. She walks in, gives us a sweet smile, lays down, sleeps the whole night. 3 nights ago, she was like, "No, ma'am. I am not going in that cage. Taco gets to be on his little mat over there. He's not in a cage. There's no way I'm going in." So now she runs in, grabs a treat, and runs out. She's a total awful. So I have literally not slept in 3 days. Jay got up this morning with her at 4. The 2 nights before, she barked all night. She literally barked nonstop all night.
Oh, wow.
So
That's like having a newborn again.
it's a newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a newborn. So that's recency bias about how my life is going. But
That's a foster lie. That's what that is.
and literally, you guys, she's been the sweetest, nicest dog up until this moment. But what I learned is that a lot of dogs get rehomed back to the shelter when they're around 9 to 10 months old, because they do turn into kind of like a-holes for a few months.
Wow.
I mean, I'm considering returning one of my teenagers, so I get it.
Like, 2. I'm like, I got 2 for you, Tiffany. We're going to trade them.
We should just trade. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Going to see Auntie Tiffany in New York for a few days.
Not a bad idea.
I know. It's not.
But that's me. Yeah. Too blessed.
I love that what you brought up about her best life, Wendy. And it's been awesome to see your wins, given what the Austin market has been like from a business standpoint. But I want to double down on her best life for a moment. It's been awesome to see our growth. And then this week I was reminded of our mission. And so we made a new hire about 3-4 months ago, and I'm not going to go into tons of details, but I didn't know people like this were still on the planet until this week. But he resigned from his leadership role, and he literally said, "There's too many females in this building."
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for him to discover that.
Wow.
And then we had multiple of the females that he was leading basically in tears with sharing some things that were going on. And I was a little bit in disbelief, like not at my company. Like what? Like what?
Yeah.
But it's just a reminder for us, our mission at Her Best Life is a big one. And, I didn't think people like that existed anymore, and they do. And it's really important for what we do. And I'm proud of the impact Her Best Life has had this year on helping female entrepreneurs and female business owners. I mean, the growth that we're seeing in these amazing women. I mean, we have one that served over 130 families in Q4.
We got to, shout out. It's Holly. She's awesome.
Yes. We're going to be interviewing her.
She's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I could go on and on.
She's somewhere exotic right now, isn't she? Like
She's
in
in
South
Morocco.
Africa?
She's in Morocco.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and then she'll be in Dominican.
Yeah.
So I echo what you said, Wendy, and just a reminder this week of how important it is to amplify females and show our daughters what's possible, and show our future daughter-in-laws what's possible, and
show those boys what a woman looks like. With the
Yes.
make sure they know not to be opinionated, like Seychelle said, and not treat women right.
yeah. It's like there's too much heart and feelings and too many women in this building,
Oh man.
Wow.
Wow.
Watch out.
I'm not sure what he was expecting, but I'm glad he self-discovered out without creating even more drama. But I'm sorry that impacts your people when somebody does that too.
It does.
So I'm sure your mama bear like instincts were like, when that happens. So
it's a hard thing to support your leaders, not take control.
Right.
Let them feel, but then at the same time, make sure that you know when these things happen.
Exactly.
It's this really hard thing to figure out.
It's like I want to see you succeed, but I also don't want to see you kill my people in the process, right? Like it's that fine line in between, and like where's the line where then they have permission to step over and be like, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest lesson there, real quick, and I know need to wrap here, but the biggest lesson that I learned, everyone needs to start on a strict 90-day trial period, and everyone in the entire company knows that they're still being interviewed, and that they're still interviewing us for 90 days. Like, it's not for sure thing. And then that allows for more openness from our people to share feedback, because they know that, and then the person knows that as well.
Good reminder.
Yes.
It's a great reminder.
It's been a week.
It's a week, and it's why we continue to show up and do this podcast. It's because we want to continue the journey and paving the path for other people. And you're so right, Sarah. I mean, we've come so far, yet we have so far to go.
Yep.
So.
Yep. We do.
Well, I loved getting to catch up with all of you today, and I hope that any of you all listening enjoyed a little bit of it too. And if you did, please leave us a 5-star review. And if you did not, just don't tell anyone.
Just don't.
Just keep it to yourself.
Keep those opinions.
Keep your opinion to yourself.
Everybody's got them.
Well, I sure love you guys, and am thankful to be on this journey with all of you, both with the podcast and with Her Best Life and as friends. And we really appreciate all of you joining us today for this episode too, and hope it inspires you to go out there and live that big business, and even more importantly, show that big life. Thanks for coming. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great week.
Bye.
This podcast is for general informational purposes only. The views, thoughts, and opinions of the guest represent those of the guest and not Keller Williams Realty LLC and its affiliates, and should not be construed as financial, economic, legal, tax, or other advice. This podcast is provided without any warranty or guarantee of its accuracy, completeness, timeliness, or results from using the information.